Guys, welcome to another video, and today we are playing Minecraft. Yep, Minecraft, finally, Minecraft, a new thing. By the way, yes, I am on the phone. By the way, this is no glitch. I just made my custom character invisible. Okay, oh no. Okay. The hive or lifeboat? The hive. Dun.
We hid it in the closet with a white blanket over it. You can imagine how terrifying it was in the beginning when you would get up to use the restroom in the middle of the night.
Okay, I'm back. The hive. Oh my god, what to play? I don't know what to play. One murder mystery. Like, no. My game lags a bit. Don't worry. Block party will do.
We were covered in sweat and sap, but we were able to stealthily discard the box in a nearby dumpster. On that day, we vowed to never again let the disposal of a Christmas tree become an episode of Forensic Files.
Dun. Block party! We're in block party, dude. Yeah!
First things first, I do have to say kudos to the original poster on this one for just the way they were. I couldn't stop laughing throughout the whole thing, and this one took me quite a while to actually get through. These are honestly my favorite ones. There's no drama
there we
or
are.
anything like that, once in a while. We all have that. This story's completely relatable. Although unforgivable. Entitled
Hello.
early Christmas present. And entitled Mother of Beautiful. Girl, 11 at the time, entitled Mother of We never really spoke until the second day.
Oh my god, my game started to lag.
Looked at me. Kids, but she looks amazing. The girl ignored it and walks over to me and said, bothering the lady. It's not a problem at all. And so on. This went on for asked if I would be okay with picking her up and cross and ride to school with her. I said,
Dun.
was totally okay with it.
Left 4.
It also started at 8 a.m.
Last.
But after that, 11 a.m. I told entitled mother.
Come on.
This conversation happened. Keep
Wait a
in
minute.
mind,
Wait a
beautiful
minute.
girl is
First-
14 by now. Hey, entitled mother, I wanted to remind you that my schedule changed and I
First place, dude! First place!
changed my hours and I can't.
Oh my god, first place, guys! First place, and why do I look like a girl?
You can log
But
in
first place! Oh my god! Oh my god, first place.
I'm sure she can cross
Up next game. Here we go. And we're back. What am I starting to do? Oh my god, I'm just happy. I just won! First place!
off the bus at the right stop. No, please.
Da-da-da-da.
Job, you can only start at 8 a.m. So they
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Wood, tasty.
because being flexible was a criteria to get the job. But
Okay, back.
enjoys the bus rides with you. Beautiful girl knows she can call me anytime to hang out, or when she needs help with homework. You can. I will not change anything for a 14-year-old that told me multiple times that you're overprotective. After that, I hung up. Beautiful girl sends me a text afterwards that she's now allowed to ride to school alone. But her mom has told her that after that message, she's not allowed to hang out with me anymore. Guess who wants to meet up tomorrow for
Dun, dun, dun.
See, this is one where you guys had a good thing going. Our original poster was getting along with the girl really well.
That was fast.
Bonded over and got to know each other, and ended up forming a pretty good relationship. I'm sure our original poster was just as disappointed to not be able to spend that time with her anymore. But the fact of the matter is, time has gone on, apparently 3 years at this point, and unfortunately things change with time. Original poster got a new job that just doesn't allow them to do this anymore. But instead of entitled mother thanking our original poster for looking after their daughter for all these years, they choose to get snippy about it. I don't know why you would expect someone else to change their schedule to take care of your daughter.
Oh man.
Should have to bite that bullet, it should be you. Clearly that's asking too much though, because in the end she did go along with what the poster suggested and just let her daughter take the bus by herself. But she had to try and take it one step further by trying to end communication between our original poster and the girl, despite the fact that they'd formed quite a nice friendship. It's like, since you're not doing what she needs and helping her anymore, you're not getting used to it. So she's not gonna let you talk the way you did to her and still spend time with her daughter, even though she had it.
Okay.
At least everything's kind of worked out where everyone's still getting where they need to go at the time they need to be there, and our two friends are still spending time together. Hopefully entitled mother isn't too
Dun,
much
dun,
of a
dun, dun,
jerk
dun.
when she finds out.
Dun,
When
dun,
you
dun, dun, dun.
subscribe, make sure to hit the bell to turn on notifications.
Typing. Run command.
Or if you want to listen to some vibey music in the background,
What?
easy mode. If you like Am I the Jerk,
How
give Am
did-
I the Genius a shot. Everything linked in the description.
Oh, AJ, if you take some screenshots of different photos and you post them in the shorts, they might like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Give me 1 sec. Yo. Yes. Free.
Multiple times to get out of the room, and how I was being rude and saying all this garbage back to him. And this time the man comes out of the bedroom with his bag packed and suddenly starts screaming at me too, claiming everything she is saying to me is correct. And at this point, I am super
Ow.
confused. I'm also bewildered about how this went from me quietly being there to make sure no damage
Oh my God.
happens to the hotel property to me suddenly getting
No, run. Yeah.
As a result, I officially called the cops. Not only did I
Yes, sir.
a few rooms down heard what was going on, they called the cops too. Stayed in the room still, as I had noticed
Wow.
hotel items damaged
Flower.
in the room earlier. I stay on the line with the police, while this lady still yells and screams in my face.
Flower.
Someone finally appears in the doorway. He enters and gets off the
Flower.
phone and asked to be let out of the room since there is now police presence there to make sure that no damage happens to the room. He lets me out, and another officer comes up and asks for my side of what happened. I explain everything to him, and I let him know that the lady is not allowed on our premise after she leaves with her son. I get on the elevator, which so happens to have my coworker on it, as she's coming out to see if I was alright. 30 minutes have passed by at this point too, by the way. That's how long they were yelling at me. And when I saw her, I literally just broke down. Straight up panic attack. It took me a good
Okay, that's enough photos.
okay again, but that is not even
Teamers will be banned.
2 months later, the same guy who lied about me yelling at him tried to set me up on a dating app. But instead of entertaining any kind of interaction with this creep, I told him that he should probably go check with his mommy and see if she's yelled at any other customer service employees since the last time she screamed at me. And after that, I straight up blocked him and moved on with my life. So hopefully I never have to
love this artist. Oh my goodness.
Dun, dun. Ah, my neck.
First off, it would be a big red flag if any
Ah,
like
ah, man, I freaking.
going on.
Ah.
He's set up here to make sure that nothing goes wrong with the hotel.
Here's Steph.
My first thought would be like, no,
Ah.
call the police and they can
My
do it.
heart.
Seriously, this is straight up a domestic issue.
Ah.
A situation that I absolutely wouldn't
Ah.
want to be involved in. So good for the original poster for basically getting out of this unscathed, because this really could have gone differently if you're not careful. And what on earth is wrong with this guy in the first place? He straight up lied about me on the phone just to try and rile up his mother with these false accusations that you've been yelling at her kid. And mind you, this is an adult man. Like, seriously, he can't just pack his bags and get out of there. He has to make a scene on the way out. Regardless, hopefully they'll never come back to that hotel, because that sounded absolutely miserable. And if I got yelled at like that for 30 minutes, I would probably be shaken up just as badly as well. My boyfriend uses his emotions against me and has gotten in the habit of breaking down and crying anytime I have a disagreement with him or anytime I ask him to do something. And at this point, I simply don't know what to do.
Right.
I don't even know where to start with this one. My boyfriend and I have been together for 4 years. It's been a
There's a
pretty good relationship
dragon.
until the last year or so. I have always been very empathetic towards my boyfriend, as well as towards any emotional or physical pain that he might be going through. I'm the type of person that cries because other people are crying, and I've always been just like that. My boyfriend himself doesn't hide his emotions. If he is feeling sad, angry, upset, he will freely express it and cry when he needs to. Lately, though, it seems that he is weaponizing his feelings to use them against me. He knows how upset I will get when he is upset, and has known this since the beginning of our relationship. Within the last year or so, whenever we are having an argument or even a civil conversation that doesn't seem to be going his way, he will break down in tears and start sobbing about how I don't love him and we should just break up if we don't actually care about him. This behavior hurts me deeply, and I will usually drop the conversation to try and comfort and reassure him. This used to happen with big arguments, but for the last few months, it has happened literally any time I have an opinion or we have any kind of conversation that he doesn't agree with. I feel as though this has extended beyond the point of rationally feeling pain and into the point of manipulation. He has literally brought himself to tears before so that I would do everything that I'm doing.
Oh no! Somebody freaking turned off the power.
3 months ago,
I don't want to die. I don't.
Well, I made a grocery run. He began to feel about how
Run,
he was
run,
feeling
run, 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 run.
and I could just do the dishes before I left.
Ah, freaking.
Pause the game,
Ah.
the dishes, because I really just needed to
Up,
get
guys.
before it closed down.
Last.
He immediately
No,
broke down
no,
in
last
tears
picture.
and started sobbing about how I treat him like
I
dirt.
want to get murderer. I want murderer.
Truly loved him, I wouldn't
I want to murder.
this way. Now, instead of
In the game.
feeling sympathy
In real life.
and empathy
In the game.
as I have in the past, I was just completely numb. I watched him sob in front of me without feeling anything. I had no desire to comfort or console him. I think I may have even felt a little bit of disgust at the realization that this type of behavior has been going on for a while. And I was glad to see it. Since I have felt no sympathy towards his pain whatsoever, I still love him, and I want to be with him. But when he breaks down and cries in front of me, or lies when he is stressed out or upset, I literally feel no sympathy or any desire to comfort him in any way, shape, or form. I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like this is turning me into a terrible person or something else. On the other
Oh,
hand,
computer.
he has used my
Type,
empathy
type,
against me
type,
ever
da.
that it seems like
Beep, boop, beep, boop.
it's broken. I have no idea what to do at this point.
Guys.
I don't know if I should bring this situation up to him. What should I do? So let me get
Ah!
straight. Your boyfriend started crying because he didn't want to do the dishes. Like, ever. For some context, he's an adult man. He's 25 years old. For him to break down and start crying over small things like that makes me think that maybe he needs to see a doctor of some kind. It's either or he's seriously
Yes.
playing you. So I think if there's ever any hope that this relationship could last, because the way your boyfriend is treating you is so inappropriate, and you absolutely do not deserve to have to put up with that. Thanks for watching. When you subscribe, make sure to hit the bell to turn on notifications. Never miss a video. To finish listening to all the stories, use the playlist at the top of the description. And if
I'm
you
not
like
gonna
Eli the Jerk, you're probably
stop
going to love
the recording
Eli the
until
Genius.
until I get murdered.
Description below and subscribe.
With Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk, you want to savor every moment. With 7% more protein,
tasty.
50% less sugar, and of course, it's delicious. Fairlife.
After my sister.
Husband have made my life worse for years and years. My family and I were immigrants in poverty for years, and she made things go from bad to worse. She would throw bottles off her balcony of our car. She cut up our treadmill. She took all of our common space. She destroyed our recycling bins and our trash bins. And the list goes on for years. She comes up with a plan and then commands her husband to do it. So finally, I decided to take my revenge through a meticulously designed plan to systematically
Dude,
bring her down to the
how
point
did
that
you
she
die so
loses
quick?
everything, including her own home and custody of her son. Here's what I did. Subscribe to Am I the Jerk on YouTube and hit the bell to turn on notifications. I'm an only child born in the USA to older parents. They were both 45 when I was born. We immigrated from Venezuela in the 90s. When I was 2, my dad was shot in the head. He lived for about 13 years, but the incident permanently damaged certain parts of his brain. And he was a completely different person for those last 13 years. He went from being the most loving, incredible, caring, compassionate person around to an aggressive, violent jerk who
Oh yes, I can die.
the smallest things, but only ever at his inner circle. Me, my mother, and other close family. He always managed to keep his composure around strangers. For fear of someone
Come
calling
on.
the police and getting
Oh,
arrested.
oh,
But
oh,
he was
oh,
very
oh,
loyal
oh,
on my mom and myself.
What the heck is happening? What the heck? What the?
Because the USA wouldn't recognize her college degree, and she couldn't afford to go to college again. So
What's happening?
and had to start at the bottom of the ladder. Dad eventually died when I was 15 of issues related to his shooting. Now, when I was 7, my parents decided to move into a town with a good reputation for their schools, and they so I could house literally on the edge of town. Most of this town is incredibly expensive, but because on the other side of our street and across the town line, there's a big complex of government subsidized housing, our area is much cheaper. This is the house with the jerk neighbor. The house is a 3-family. For the last 16 years, we have owned and occupied the first floor, and the terrible neighbor lived on the second floor until recently. The third floor has been occupied by over 10 owners and tenants over the years. None have stayed more than 3 or 4 years, and some have stayed as long as a handful of months. Now, the second floor B, let's call her Karen, because obviously she has a husband who we'll call Bill, and they have a young son, Henry. So this is where the story begins. When we moved in, Karen and Bill had already been here for a few short months. The 3 of us on the first floor, Karen and Bill on the second, and the original third floor's owners bought the house from the same crew who had bought it and turned it into a 3-family, fixing it up in the process. Karen quickly showed her true colors as a bully. Over the years, there's been countless examples of nasty stuff that she's pulled. Her husband, Bill, is an immigrant himself, and he doesn't speak very good English. He's very submissive to her and does whatever she wants, and in front of other people, makes himself out to be physically dominant. In our first years here, they used to fight a lot, which we would hear regularly from downstairs. They would yell sometimes for hours, and occasionally it seems like things got violent. Henry was born maybe 10 years ago. He doesn't factor into the story until much later, but anyways, the point is, whatever Karen's done, she's always gone away with. Here are a couple of the highlights. My mom always took pride in how well she took care of our trash bin and our recycling. Karen apparently wasn't so diligent, and one back, which is literally right next to our designated parking space. Most of the dates we
Come
had
on.
in cars, and
Come on, come on, come on.
thrown from the second floor balcony. We had windows break a couple times, same deal. Each time it happened, my parents would politely go
My eyes
upstairs,
hurt.
knock on Karen and Bill's door, and respectfully ask them to stop throwing stuff over the balcony because we know you don't mean it, but sometimes it accidentally hits our car. Each time they went and did that, Karen and Bill stopped, but they would do it again until they got caught during their next party. Again though, my parents never wanted to escalate the situation, so they never justified taking it further than knocking on our door and politely
2 apples.
asking them to stop. This is another example of Karen's utterly terrible behavior, but it is also relevant for the revenge part of the story, so I'm putting it after this section. Our basement is shared between all 3 units. Each unit has a designated space boxed out, kind of like office cubicles, and there's some designated corner in between. Years ago, maybe 8 or 9,
Lol.
Karen and Bill couldn't
Dude, I wasn't it.
designated basement cubicle.
Can I please be murderer next time? Please.
Developed this enormous pile of junk in
Yeah.
Unit 1.
But I really want to be a murderer.
Mom and Dad never said anything because of
Look how high it is. Look how high it is.
As far as I know, none of the third floor folks
I want
ever
to.
said anything either. But it got to the point where she and her husband were taking a common space area that was easily
Wait a minute. I wanna take a picture. Okay, I'm a murderer. Yay. I'm a murderer. Yay. Yay.
I grew up in
Yay.
an environment, and yeah, there were several times when the police were called to our house for noise disturbances, but we kept to ourselves, and we were nothing but polite and respectful to all of our neighbors, always. That said, you can imagine that our first priority was always my so Kate and her mom always swallowed their pride and avoided doing anything to antagonize Karen. No matter how terrible her behavior got, and believe me, there are plenty more stories on top of the ones I told. But after my dad died, I developed my own issues for a while with mental health. Growing up in a constantly chaotic, violent, aggressive environment took its toll on me. And for a while, I had deeply depressive tendencies. I struggled with these tendencies for years and eventually...
Okay, that's all for this video.